is Eric Urasa, natokea Tanzania, coming from Tanzania, and today we're going to talk about climate change and climate justice at large. Climate change is the long-term shift of variation of temperature and weather patterns usually occurs in a period of 10, 20 to 50 years. And since 18th, the most major causes of climate change have been the human activities, such as the use of and burning of fossil fuel, such as oil, gas, and deforestation, and production of substance which prevent the flow of nature. Climate changes comes with so many effects, such as drought, melting of bipolar ice, declining of biodiversity, and floods and catastrophic storms, and so many things which we see, like global warming, like a very abnormal rise in temperature. Climate justice, this is the fair treatment of all people without discrimination in making policies that will address the climate changes and the ways to avoid climate changes and the resources that will help to overcome the effects caused by climate changes. Challenge facing climate justice is lack of education and awareness to many people. People, they lack education and awareness that they are responsibility to their possession to make activities or reduce activities that contribute in climatical changes. And this is the major problem, because in this world we living for others, we are living depending on each other. Animal depend on human being, and human being depend on animals, and human being depend on nature, and nature depend on us. So we live by depending on each other, so that to make the world the better place. As a Tanzanian person, I have been participating in voluntary works which involve in planting trees and also giving awareness to people on preserving climates, and involve in so many in activities that will help to at least retain the little nature we have, and make it better, such as cleaning the coastal areas, planting trees, and various many people. Even doing this video, I do it so that to raise the awareness to people about climate, and this is one of my effort doing to make sure that the climate is being preserved. What motivated me so much to do or to involve myself in climate justice movement is I grew up in a society where I see many effects caused by the climate changes, such as floods. Floods have been killing people in Tanzania. Floods, droughts, animal dying, and farmers getting lost to their cultivation because shortage of rain, and so many people, so many things happen that lead to increase in number of poverty. Also the destruction and also tourism sectors have been affected so much in this, because like the wildlife have been dying and disappearing of species in the wild areas, and melting and snows, in the example Mount Kilimanjaro. So I grew up in such environment, so I see that I am responsible, me as a citizen or as other people, to raise the voice and awareness to people. What should be done, or what are the solutions that will help to prevent the climate changes? One is setting up policies and laws that will enforce activities, or will reduce the amount or the activities which leads to the destruction of nature and lead to the destruction of climate, such as activities leading to deforestation, such as activities using of fossil fuels and others. Another thing is to use the green technology. The green technology such as solar panels, solar system, the wind turbines, the hydroelectric power that will help to produce electricity rather than using gas and fuels. Another thing is also using of electric cars and electric motors instead of using the fuel cars and fuel motors, which will also minimize the amount of carbon released to the air.